strange place for a ladder right there. What the heck is that? Oh, more ropes. Oops, sorry. Wow.
Alright, so welcome to the Colossal Chamber. The Colossal Chamber gets its name because it's colossal. It's the largest chamber within our cave network. There's a mile worth of chambers down here. We are only going to see a quarter mile of it. Most of it is down below with the lakes, where those 8 lakes are. If you look over the edge, you will see a light down below. That light is illuminating lake reflection. See if it's still light. Okay, light's still on. Yeah, light down there is lake reflection. Lake reflection is 30 feet by 100 feet and 65 feet deep.
Wow.
Right down there.
Anyone dove in there?
It has been scuba dove, swam, kayaked. But, I mean, like literally diving from up here, no.
You need pretty good aim.
That'd be a really good shot. Running jump. Even Greg Louganis would have a problem with that. But inside that lake down there, there's one creature called the amphipod, and the amphipod is a very tiny shrimp, about the size of a grain of rice. It's been down there for billions of years and evolving while it's been down there. It's lost its eyesight, no eyes, and it has no coloration. Since you can't see yourself in the mirror anymore, no need to be pretty. The other creature living down there is called the Banksula grubsy. And the Banksula is a common spider found throughout North America, but the grubsy is only found here. Now, how it differs from the regular Banksula is its front mandibles, the creepy spider part, have elongated. It's about the same size as its abdomen. And it uses these front mandibles as scrapers to remove algae and detritus off the bottom of the cave. It is a vegan spider. All right. It also has a massive size of about 4 millimeters. The last time one was seen was in 2013 by some scientists from Berkeley. All right. So if you get a picture of it, feel very lucky. All right. I'd actually like to see a picture of it. So that is the 2 creatures that are native to this cave. The other ones that you might see in here would be millipedes, salamanders, or even bats, but they are not part of this cave system. They're kind of like freeloaders, just kind of sneaking in, getting the cool air, and that's about it. All right, bats don't like the cool air here. It's actually too cold for them, and they do not like the vertical nature of the cave. It messes with the way they fly. So like once a year, one dumb bat will come in here, and one dumb bat does not make it out. All right, so they actually tend to stay away from this place. All right, so down here, if you guys look very carefully, all you guys taking photos and everything, let me get the right camera or right flashlight so I can show you the iPhones and the cameras that have been dropped down here.
Oh.
So right here is an iPhone 6. There's an Android. We don't discriminate on cell phone plans. And then right here is a digital camera. I've been gone for a couple days, so let's see. There's a scrunchie, camera lens, ketchup packet.
So how long until it fills up completely?
When the light bulb goes out at the bottom of the cave is when the owner goes in and actually will pick up the trash.
Okay.
All right, so formations down here. Let me get the right light going. This right here, this is a cave bacon and stalactite combo here. And if you look, it's kind of sparkly right now, and that is because it is drying out. These formations should have a nice waxy appearance like this one has right here. The crystal showing is a dead giveaway that it's drying up. But if you look right here in this section, you'll see a greenish hue. That is chromium. Chromium is a unique mineral that has the ability to retain UV light, and I'll show you that here in a second. This formation right here, this is called Ice Cream Falls. And Ice Cream Falls is a combination of pure calcite and calcite with iron. That iron gives it that rusty red look. Now iron down here has a very close relative in the iron department. It is called iron pyrite. And if you look right here, and right up in here, you'll see pyrite inside the rocks. That is fool's gold. Alright, now down here also, I'd mentioned that Samus never came this far because of technology and stuff like that. Well, a bunch of adventurous young teenagers, girls to be exact, came down here in the 1950s. This is kind of like a little breaking and entering, a little light graffiti, stuff like that. And you can see the marks right here on the wall. JH 55, and then Judy. It's supposed to be a 69. Her candle ran out. And that's how they would mark the walls. There was no Sharpies used in the making of these formations. So Judy here, we caught her. This is both the same person. And she told us back then that this cave was owned by a quarry. And the quarry is after a mineral called blue marble. Blue marble is the wishing stone. Right here. All right, so these young ladies actually convinced the quarry to move their operation over. There's no need for them to dig here because there's nothing in here. It's hollow. And they're not going to get a lot of blue marble out of it. So they convinced the quarry to move their operation over. They sell the property off to a private quarry where it's been sitting ever since. And they started doing tours here, but actually, I think back in the 1970s. But those tours were not like you're doing today. They were more hand over hand, climbing on ropes. You had to know how to spelunk to come in here. We put this platform in here in 1999. Started building it in 1997. 2-year endeavor. All steel and Trex was put in here. And all came through the same entrance that you did. So all the welding and stuff was done by hanging from ropes and wielding a blowtorch. All right, so any questions while we're down here?
There's a name for that little loop that was near the top left of this formation here. Yeah, right there.
Right there?
Yeah, see, there's a little circle
That
there.
right there, that's a helictite right
Helictite? Okay.
That's a helictite. It grew out of the wall, grew up, and reconnected. These are helictites right here. All right. This, you see that they kind of grow on this line. That is a mineral seam. This one right here probably would have been magnesium because it doesn't really have that reddish color for the iron, like this one right here. No iron. Iron will be rusty, and it looked like a piece of sheet metal coming out of the wall. All right, this is cave bacon. All right, and actually right down in here, you can actually see tree roots. Tree roots have made it all the way down to 80 feet. That's how far you guys are down below the surface right now. Now, chromium. Chromium has the ability to retain UV light. You find the right flashlight, too many pockets. Let me squeeze over here, guys, and show you this wall. Now, chromium will retain UV light. So this wall is going to glow with a green trail as I go through. Now, don't pay attention to the blue. This is something to distract you. That is actually lint, a very rare mineral.
He's right next to the wall. So.
All right, can you see the trail being left behind?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, everybody just sees the blue.
It's like a wacky wall
Stuff
walker.
like that. That's hoodie fuzz. All right, guys. Any questions before we move on to the next and last chamber?
How would we be able to enter the ring?
You would not. That's
Good question.
I have never been down there.
Like
We
to
don't
go
offer
too.
that part of a tour. The closest thing I can say would be go to Berkeley, join the geology program, hook up with a scientist named Dr. Barton, which she's not there anymore. So that's the only time they've been down there twice to explore looking for microbes. And they actually, while they were looking for microbes, they mapped the whole cave system for us. So now that it's been mapped, there's no need to go down there. Our biggest thing about not going down there is that the formations are really close to your face, and people are people and they like to break things. So we just don't let people down there.